Hi guys, welcome to Seeing Within. Look, we look at your vibrational number either from your life path, calculating your full birth date and reducing it to a single digit or a root number. Another is your day number, the day of the month you were born on any given year. Now, if it happens to be a double digit number, we reduce this to a single digit by adding the two numbers together. And lastly, we can use your character or your expression number calculated using your name. Now, there should be links below for that as well. Now, these are all intuitive readings where energy flows at different times for each of us. So, some will be passing these energies, others are going through them, while there'll be another group heading towards it. So, please look back on past readings. A quick note, I meditate and pre-shuffle prior to recording just to save you guys time. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's get started. Hi, welcome Vibration 2. Look, just having a quick look at the spread before we even get into the spread. It's quite obvious this isn't going to resonate with everyone, and I don't want to redo it because obviously the cards come out as they need to come out and the messages need to get across as they need to. But we're definitely looking at a third party situation here. So hence why I'm letting you know now, because if this reading doesn't involve you, and you would know if it does, because it's something you already know about. So if it doesn't involve you, maybe have another look at one of your other numbers and maybe listen to one of those readings. But I'm just going to proceed with what I've been given today, and we start off with the Lovers. Now, when we look at this card, it's not like the Lovers we know of it as in the tarot deck. This is about somebody that has had a love come into their life and then had one, and as it arrived, it sort of left. So now she's sort of sitting there isolated and bewildered because her lover has now left. And it can mean a loneliness, it can mean isolation, it can mean suspended, not sure in what direction she wants to go in or what direction you should go in. But even though she is sort of suspended, like she is, she's still very alluring and she's still very magical. So there's something you have to remember, because this is your energy we're picking up on. And whether you're female or male, you've got to know that you're still very alluring and you're still very magical. But because a certain relationship didn't work out in your life, this card denotes that it's because it wasn't meant to. It was not the right relationship for you, and there's always something you can learn from that and take away, because all relationships are learning curves and growth and expansion, and that's what we're all about, our soul journey, growth, expansion, learning. And now that is clarified by the Badger and the Six of Swords. Okay, so again, this is your energy. So it means that you had to sort of like dig down to the root of the matter. And having to dig down to the root of the matter, it was like you had to, badgers can be known as being aggressive, but I don't get that you were aggressive, but I get it was like a bold move you had to make. And this is where you felt this was a situation you had to leave. This was a situation you had to get out of. And maybe you snuck away. Maybe you didn't hit it head on, and you did it in probably the most peaceful manner that you knew how. But it was, I just get that it was a form of sneaking away to avoid conflict, really. That's what that's all about. And if we look at the outside influences here, I'd say this is why, because it was something that You needed to get, sorry, this is the Justice card. So it's talking about getting to the heart of the matter and weighing the situation up, weighing up old feelings to the situation that you're bearing now, to the situation that you're living now. And again, coming to a decision by really seeing the truth of the matter, which is the heart of the matter. And that is clarified with the Nine of Shields and the Seven of Cups. So if we take a look at this card, it's like you're looking towards, I know this is an outside energy, but it's like I don't have the actual energy person has per se, but it's almost like what this outside energy was inflicting on you in this spread, which is quite unusual because I don't normally read like that, but for some reason I am today. So I just feel that the energy inflicted on you was one where you felt like you needed the warmth and the security of something apart from the uneasiness you were having. I get that you had like a lot of uneasiness. I felt like you always felt maybe there was something going on behind your back all the time. As soon as you turned your back, somebody was up to something. There seems to be like a lot of skeletons in the closet that you aren't aware of, but you know they're there, but there was no light shed on the matter. And it's almost like you had decided that you couldn't live in this like illusion anymore. You couldn't keep chasing something that really wasn't a secure thing for you. It wasn't like a reality. It's and it was never progressing at all. It was always sort of when you thought you sort of got hold on to it, or yeah, when you felt like finally I can hold on to it, it would sort of like slip away from your hands again, and or slip away from your life again. So it was almost like a ghost. It was like you were dealing with a ghost. It's a really unusual thing to say, a really unusual reading, but hence this is where decision had to be made. It was forced upon you to be made. Again, it was forced upon you because you had to weigh up your mental health. You had to weigh up the reality of the situation, and you had to sort of cut through it all and get to the heart of the matter. So if we look at the heart of the matter, we're looking at the combined energies here, which we have triangle. Now, this is prominently a lover's triangle. Now, if this is a work situation we're talking about, we could be talking about a work situation, family, business, friends, lovers. But I'm getting it is really ideally a love situation. But again, it can be work, family, friends. But it is a triangle where it involves more than two people. And when this card appears, it's being vulnerable, or someone having to be vulnerable, or is left sitting vulnerable. And the reason why I say that is because it's, how can I explain it? It's like when you're you don't want to hurt someone, but at the end of the day, you are being hurt. So one of these people in the parties got actually very hurt by this, and they got hurt by being vulnerable. That's how they got hurt. And that is backed up by the Three of Swords. And of course, we know Three of Swords is all about heartache, hurt, putting everything on the line and just going through the aftermath of that hurt. So if we, and to back that up, or to clarify that, 3 cards actually fell out. So straight away we got the High Priestess that fell out, the 8 of Swords, and the 5 of Shields. So straight away, maybe the hurt was coming from secrets that were kept. Again, not knowing the truth. that there was a lot going on behind your back, and that sort of is shown in the High Priestess. And because there are so many secrets and illusions, because the High Priestess can be about illusions as well, it left someone feeling totally trapped and stuck. It left them feeling bound to a situation that there was nothing left of. There was absolutely nothing left in that situation. It was like I couldn't thrive. The relationship or the partnership or the bond could not thrive because there were too many secrets, and you knew if you stayed in this situation, and I'm sure this is you, not that you're keeping secrets, but if you knew that if you stayed in this situation, you would be bound to this, totally bound to this, and it wasn't leading to anywhere healthy or good at all. Hence why you had made plans. And by making plans, your plans was to get out of this situation, to move on, because you knew there will be something better for you to come. There is something better to come out of this, and this was never meant to have been long term. Even though maybe one day or at the beginning you might have hoped it would have been long term, but it's just too emotional for you that it has to finish. So either I'm seeing this energy, well, to be honest, I see this energy is happening now, or already has happened, and some of you will just be coming into this energy. But it's a reading which I think is just verifying the decisions that you make leaving this partnership, whether it's a third party or what. But normally it means I don't see you moving on to someone, or there was someone that interfered with this relationship. But the relationship, even if there was someone that interfered with this relationship wasn't going anywhere anyway. So I think that's what you really have to look at, not about the third party interfering with it, but understanding that this relationship had to end because it wasn't going anywhere, had done its time. Hence why maybe there was another interference coming in. Okay, look, I hope those who stuck around did actually get something out of this, and it did resonate with them. And we'll see you next time. Namaste.